Thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Ebben with a WBZ News update. Top stories this Thursday. The MBTA plans to shut down a large part of the Red Line for 2 weeks this fall, the Ashmont branch and the Mattapan line. For 16 days between October 14th and the 29th, riders who use those branches will need to get off at JFK UMass and board a shuttle bus. The T says the buses will run every 5 to 6 minutes during weekday peak travel times and 10 to 15 minutes during off-peak hours and weekends. New information this afternoon about a shooting in Lowell. We now know the victim is a juvenile. Police say they found him wounded just before 12:30 this morning near Jewett Street and Hampshire Place. Paramedics flew the victim to a Boston hospital, but his injuries are not believed to be life-threatening. Boston police want to know if an alleged thief caught in the act is the one responsible for other break-ins on Beacon Hill this week. Officers arrested 55-year-old James Scaff around 12:30 this morning, saying that he had just broken into the Flat of the Hill shop on Charles Street. That's at least the 5th store on Charles Street that's been broken into this week. This surveillance video came from inside the boutique. Our meteorologists have issued a next weather alert heading into Friday. Let's get a check of the rainy forecast with meteorologist Jacob Wycoff.
We do have that next weather alert in effect, not so much for today because it's pretty nice out right now. It's really for tomorrow that we have that next weather alert in effect. Thunderstorm risk in the morning, and any thunderstorms that develop will be associated with some really heavy rain. So it plays out like this. Overnight, a few showers start to build, and then steady, consistent, heavy rain for the morning commute and beyond. And just like we've seen multiple times this season, anytime we get heavy rain, we get a widespread 1 to 2 inches, and then some towns inevitably come in with a 3 or 4 inch total. Hopefully we can avoid that, but that is the biggest concern, is some localized flooding that comes from any rain that moves in. But right now we have high pressure in place. The clouds will start to build into the afternoon and evening. I still think it's a really pleasant Thursday. I encourage you to go outside and enjoy it. A couple of showers building before midnight, but most of the rain falls after midnight. There's the morning commute, really busy radar there, and I expect there to be quite a bit of rain that falls when all is said and done. The afternoon will start to lighten some of the rain intensity just a little bit, but we're back to a shower chance heading into Saturday, especially through the morning hours into the early afternoon before we really get some dry air that spills in. That's the good news for us. Most of the weekend should actually be fairly nice, but a widespread 1 to 2 plus inches. And where we see some of these thunderstorms setting up, that's where we would get 3 to 4 inches. And it's been, I don't have to tell you at home, already an incredibly wet summer. In fact, Worcester sitting at 4th place, but only 0.2 of an inch below 2nd place. So it's almost a guarantee that Worcester's going to be in 2nd place after we get through tomorrow's rain, approaching an outside chance that we approach 1955. And I think the most impressive stat, when you look at the top 3 years right now, all of them featured at least one big tropical system. You had Irene, you had the hurricane in 38, and you had Connie and Diane in 55. We have not seen any tropical systems. It's just felt tropical outside all summer, especially July and into August. We're dry right now, a lot of sunshine around. The clouds are building in our direction. Those don't arrive, though, until we get into dinner time and beyond. So your hour-by-hour forecast features upper 70s, a really pleasant day, slightly below average, but the clouds start to build, and eventually we're going to start to squeeze out some raindrops after midnight, the best chance for rain. And the rain will be steady at times, especially during the morning commute, kind of lightening up just a little bit into the afternoon, but a pretty unsettled Friday is in the forecast. We will see improvements through the second half of Saturday and into Sunday. Sunday, the nicer of the weekend days, that is for sure. And we're also watching Franklin. Franklin's going to make a close approach to Bermuda, likely staying just to the west. But a front on Tuesday is actually going to kick Franklin out to sea and make sure that we don't have any lasting impacts between some just choppy water, that sort of thing. Beyond that, it shouldn't pose any threat to us in the mainland U.S. We're back to some sunshine Sunday and Monday, and watching that rain that we have to write a thank you note to because of removing any Franklin impacts to us. That's on Tuesday. So there's your 7-day forecast. Back to you.
Thanks, Jacob. I'm Paula Ebben. This has been a WBZ News Update.